Fat and health. The two are often mentioned together for obvious reasons. However, this blog, or vlog, or videolog, vlog, whatever, I got teased for saying vlog, but that's what it is. That's a way to say it, right? Anyhow, this vlog is not about health. It has nothing to do with health. It's not a weight loss blog. It's not, it's not about that. It's about self-acceptance, and it's a totally separate issue, where the two, can meet, because, it's good to be healthy, and I'm not saying you shouldn't be. I absolutely advocate, proper eating, proper exercise, get out there, do what you can for your health. However, some seem to be confused and think that this is a weight loss blog, and it's just not. The thing that gets me is when the haters start using health as, they use the health card. I'm not sure if they're trying to convince themselves or convince you that they're concerned. They're concerned for your health. They're worried about you. Bullshit. Really. Save it. I have my own concerns, and I will take the concerns of my loved ones into consideration. But some stranger on the internet, no thanks. And the fact is that it's, even when people do it to loved ones, there's a way to do it. But if you, I have heard, I think we all have heard those mothers who, call their kids, daughters in particular, but, all kids, or their nieces, or their sisters, or, people who are supposed to be the closest to you, call you fat, call you ugly, call you disgusting, and they say they're trying to motivate you. Honey, that is not motivation. That is abuse. That is beating someone down, and the only thing that's going to do is drive them to continue behaviors that comfort them, such as overeating. And if they do happen to lose the weight, it's not out of, it ends up being out of self-hatred. And we all know how I feel about self-hatred. That's not a reason to do anything. And when you lose weight because you hate yourself, you're headed straight for anorexia, bulimia, or just losing it and then, going back to binging and comfort eating and gaining it all back, which yo-yo dieting is. It's worse. It's harder on your body to go up and down than to just stay at an overweight, at a weight that is over what they say is appropriate. So that is just not a way to do it. If you love someone and you want to tell them, I'm concerned about your health and your weight, first of all, you have to really consider how they're going to take it. Because a lot of people, pretty much everyone, is sensitive about their weight. Especially in American society, age and weight are things that women in particular are conditioned to be sensitive about. So you have to find a way to say it that's not going to be hurtful. And the best way to do those kinds of things is just to say, let's do it together. Hey, I'm thinking about going on a diet. Actually, that's bad. Diets are bad. I'm thinking about eating better. And I thought, we could do it together. Or I'm thinking about taking a walk every day. Let's go do that together. It'll be a nice way to spend some time. Something like that. Rather than, I worry you're going to have a heart attack and die. Which, may be true, but it's just a little too blunt and it's hard to take. especially because a lot of us like to stick our heads in the sand and pretend that health isn't an issue. It's easier to just pretend, oh, it's not that big a deal, when it really is. And it is something we should pay attention to. And, again, I am not advocating weight loss, even. I'm not saying go on a crash diet and lose weight and so you'll be healthy. I'm saying, just maintain. So anyhow, I wanted to kind of clear up what this is about. This is about self-acceptance and self-love, and that's purely what I want to talk about. I might stray because I am a rambler, and I love to go off on tangents. I've been trying really hard to stay focused on these videos, but I'm sure there will be plenty of offshoots and that. But I had an absolutely wonderful response to my last video from Vanessa Rees, who was a truly gorgeous model and actress, plus-size model and actress from the UK. And she said some really, the same things that I couldn't have said them any better than she did. And I said in response, one of the reasons that I'm doing this, I said in my last video, I don't expect to change the world. However, when I was growing up, there were not a lot of role models for fat girls. And I was one. And fortunately, I had a strong, confident mother who, really taught me how to love myself. But a lot of girls don't have that. In fact, they have the opposite. They have, the overbearing mother who tells them they're disgusting. That's what I was just talking about. And now, as opposed to when it was just television and movies and, Hollywood, now with YouTube and all the other networking sites and just the internet in general, there's a way for the real women, strong, confident, intelligent, real women of, quote, real sizes, to stand up and be heard, tell their thoughts and experiences, and give these younger girls who are still trying to decide, am I a beautiful person, give them something to look to, and see that you don't have to hate yourself because you're not a size 2. And so that is what this is all about. It's just putting my thoughts and my opinions out there in the hopes that, along with the other voices, they can help to affect someone else.